Alright guys, if you have any of the GM transmissions that don't have a dipstick in them, here's an easy way to extract the fluid. Now, there's different variations of this product. I just got this one from Amazon. I used to actually use this one for bleeding the brakes, but this part of the hose had actually disintegrated, and it was kind of there's a leak in there somewhere, I think on the handle. So, but all I did was went to O'Reilly's, picked up a 1/4 inch hose. Now this hose right here actually won't fit onto it. So the way they made this fitting is butted up right against this this body right here where the air flows through. So I had to keep this portion, but luckily I was able to insert that into the hose so it doesn't lose any, there's no leaks or anything. It is a pretty tight fit. So anyway, so you just stick this so on the on top of the transmission pans, a little bit above it, there's a little check valve where you can what you call it, not check valve, but where you can fill the fluid back in. So you just stick this all the way in there, it drops down, just drop it all the way, bottom it out to the bottom of the pan, and then you run this off of your air line. And I must say, I mean, this thing will fill up pretty quickly. So I mean, you'll do this a few times until it just pulls air, and then you'll know you're done. So that way when you drop your pan, you're not, you know, covering yourself with a bunch of fluid. Even though I have that big pan over there for that, but you can take most of the fluid out. And same thing vice versa, if you overfill it and you don't want to, you know, your expansion valve on the bottom, it's a faster way if you want to do it that way. So yeah, I think I paid 19 bucks for this, or 20 bucks, somewhere around there. You can get different kinds, it doesn't matter what brand or whatever. To me, these are kind of disposable, but they still serve they're still pretty useful, still functioning. So
alright guys, so it's a bit noisy, but if you do have the means, you can get one of these cheap brake bleeders off of Amazon, or an extension tube up there to use transmission to the 8L90 and pull the fluid that way.
well, how about that? They got a new Harbor Freight by our house now, so let's go check them out. All right, it's a little bit of tool haul here. I picked up this BILITOOLS. It's a fluid extractor. It's a pneumatic one. There's a part number right there. This is just a little cheapie I found on Amazon. Let's go get this out of the box. So it comes with the hoses. They're already pre-fit with the fittings on there. And then there's your valve that you'll connect to the pump itself. And here's the pump. Let's see. I forget how many gallons this thing was. And there's your PSI pressure. It does come with a gauge, release valve, and then this is where your input for your air goes in. So then there's a wrench to open that up, so that way when it's under pressure, I'll have some. So looks like a little backup one for that replacement. So this one holds up to 8 liters. This little carrying case sits inside here. And there's all your fittings for your different transmission types, depending on vehicle. Now, the reason I bought this set is actually to pump gear oil. I don't have any other pumps. I usually use the $9 one that you can get at O'Reilly's or whatever, but those are pretty much a one-time use. So I actually went online and I just looked up fluid fillers and looked at all the reviews to see who had luck pumping gear oil, and this one came up, and the guy said he had good success using it, so we're gonna give this one a try. Let's see, why is the bottom not? Oh, there he goes. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'll be right back. All right, so went down to the local Harbor Freight, picked up some more consumables. I got this little Chicago Electric rotor accessory kit. The only reason I mainly got this is for that little stem right there that holds the cutoff wheels. I seem to misplace mine, so these are little good sets. They're cheap, and you know, you just take what you need out of them for a small price. Picked up some more fittings, and whenever zip ties are on sale, I always grab a pack. Picked up a magnetic telescoping magnet. This one has the flex head on it, so I am going to convert this one. I'm going to put a little snap-on handle on it, and then I got some more sanding discs. Did pick up a can of brake clean. Now, for some reason in the stores around me, they're carrying the chlorinated versions, and those things will take the paint off of stuff, so make sure you're careful with that. They had these in stock so I went ahead and grabbed, I think they were like $4.99 or $4.49 or something like that, so I grabbed a can. I do usually get it from O'Reilly's. That's where I get most of these from, because they're only like $3 something, but the last few times I've gone up there, they had the chlorinated versions. So back to this thing. So when you're loosening it up, make sure the handle's this way, and you'll crack it open like this, and you will need it on there. It is, so once it gets pressurized, I did test this out earlier. I ran it at about 40 psi, and then I dropped it down, because once I ran it to 40, this release valve popped up. It started going into the red, so I dropped it down to about 30, and just wanted to test everything out. Got this one on there. So, and then once I went to go crack it open, I wasn't able to turn it by hand, and I didn't want to break this handle off either. So this little tip there, it's got the little grooves in there, and then they'll line up on all 3 sides. Just a little bit of force, it'll break open. So I think that's it. Hope y'all having a good week. It's a little normal week for me. So been busy. Oh yeah. So if you drop transmission pans, I suggest you go out to Home Depot and get this large pan. It's for cement mixing, but it's only $7.99, as opposed to getting one of those oil pans where it'll still spill out anyways. This thing is the perfect size for transmission pans. You drop it down, put everything into there, and it collects it all perfectly. So that's a definitely recommendation. Good purchase, and it cleans it really well. It's kind of glossy, but it's really smooth, so you can clean it up really well. Just spray some brake clean on there and wipe it up, and it's good to go. So, all right, guys.